was that this week? You know, camp kind of runs everything together. Last week, this time last week, Tuesday, my mom called me, let me know my dad was on the way. They were on the way to the hospital because my dad got a possible donor. News is true. He went in surgery. Shout out to Coach Kelly and the whole UCLA staff. They sent me home right away. So came back a little bit later after the camp started, but my dad's doing well now. Yeah.
Was it a live donor or?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah.
You were there when he had the surgery?
I was there afterwards. So
Okay.
I was probably on a plane while it was happening, and I got there. He was waking up, you know, just low energy, but every single day he's gotten better and better.
I know he had said that he was sad he couldn't drink Coke anymore. Has he had a Coke since he had the surgery, or do you know if he will be able to?
He for sure will later. I don't know
Okay.
yet, but I already know that's for sure happening. Yeah.
How excited was he? What was he like when he woke up?
He was really lax when he first got up. You know, he's on the pain meds. There's a giant scar right where he got the incision, but I'd say probably 2 days after. Like my mom and I are going to the hospital every day, but 2 days after he was up joking around. My dad's a real funny guy, so we were going back and forth. So, yeah.
How much of a just kind of relief is that for the family to have that hurdle cleared?
Yeah, it's a blessing, honestly. And I think the biggest thing is just now my dad will be able to come out to more games. You know, it's my senior year. And then he doesn't have to, 3 years, he wasn't able to pee, honestly, for 3 years. And we joke, like, he's peeing every 30 minutes, but that's a good thing. So, yeah.
What was the reaction like from your teammates when you got back to campus, to the locker room, to hear from them about just kind of about that?
It was crazy. This team's really a family. Shout out Sam. Sam was one that got my dad's story out there, but when I came back, I posted on Instagram, so a bunch of my teammates had known beforehand, but just let everybody know where I was and stuff, and just I was welcomed back with open arms, of course, and just the amount of people that really cared shows how tight-knit this group is.
Was this your first day in camp?
This is my first day in full pack, so I've been back for 3 days now. Got my 2 acclimation days. I'm back now.
You guys have a lot of experience on the interior line, but the tackles are a little bit in flux with some new guys working in there. How are they looking?
They're looking good, and I think the big thing is versatility is always a big thing on this offensive line. So everybody's getting reps everywhere, trying to find the best 5.
A lot of new defensive coaches. Have you noticed any changes going up against them at all?
Our defense is always fast and hungry and aggressive. You know, I love hitting people. They love hitting too. So that's all I really realized. So
does it put a little bit more spring in your step to come back from that kind of experience than to come out here to play some football?
Definitely. I think you know, my parents understood too. I was gone for 5 days, and by like day 3, right when my dad started getting healthier, and camp started for these guys, I was like, man, I was itching to get back, you know, and I could tell they were itching to have me back too. So it was just great to be able to come back and just know that, like, you know, when you love somebody, you play hard for them, and I know this team loves me, and I love this team, so I'm gonna give everything I got.
How's the experience on the offensive line really have an impact? You've got, you've got some old guys here.
Yeah.
Sam's been around.
Yeah, Sam's old. Yeah, I get to not be the old guy because Sam's here. That's my saving grace.
It's good to have Sam around.
Yeah, he's my saving grace. The best thing is, you know, experience. You know, you get a lot of looks, you get a lot of experience, and you have a lot of communication. And knowledge is how you excel and execute. So it's a really good thing for us.
How about bringing over defensive linemen to play on offensive line? That's kind of a trend.
Yeah,
with Tyler Manoa.
Yeah, this offense always utilizes versatile, athletic offensive linemen. That just adds to that.
How's Tyler been doing?
He's doing really well. Same with all the guys. Everybody's competing really hard, and that's just going to make the best 5 rise.
What's your impression of Raekwon O'Neal so far?
I think he's really paying attention. He brings a lot of veteran leadership to us. Like you said, it's an old guy. Like, we love having old guys here. And, like, being able to translate lingo that he had from Rutgers and we can all get on the same page, it really helps, and then helps you test and push your football knowledge as well.
Talking about all the older guys, but you have Jalen Jeffers coming in, you got Sam Hugh coming in. How have they been so far, kind of as an older guy?
I think the young guys are doing really well and learning the trend from the old guys. I think having that dichotomy is really good for us because, you know, we set the trend of how things are. So you come in and you got to pick it up. And I think that's really good for them, especially when we're all gone. It's not really going to be a fall off at all, you know.
Awesome.
Right. Thank you.
So
appreciate it. Yeah. Have a nice day.
I was trying not to watch too hard, but I saw you playing pool with him a few weeks ago. Who was the better? who won that?
The better pool player.
Yeah.
Between me and John, I'd have to say me, right? But our girlfriends was where the real competition was. Okay, so I think John and Dakota actually beat us. That was a little unfortunate, I think.
But then you got shuffleboard. You said you were
Yeah. So that was a good story. My girlfriend Jess and I beat them, and then we went girls versus guys, and we lost. John and I lost. So clearly we weren't carrying anything there. We need to improve on that, but next offseason. Yeah.
How excited are you to have him back with his, you publicized his dad's situation and now has a happy ending?
Yeah, I mean, as I heard you guys said, I've been here a long time, old man, but like I remember years ago when John pulled a couple of us in the room and like told us that his dad had kidney cancer, and so just seeing that, then his dad going on dialysis and everything, and then a couple of weeks ago John texting us being like, hey, I'm flying home, my dad got a kidney. Like, you can't help but be just extremely happy for him. I'm glad I saw a lot of pictures of his dad in the hospital, talked to his mom a little bit. Just, I can't imagine like the stress relief and like the anxiety relief that has on just that whole family, and I'm just really happy for him. Yeah.
Did you guys pile on him in celebration?
Yeah, I think unfortunately when he texted us, he went home like right away, but when he got back, like we were all over him, like, it's just loving up on him, because that's my brother right there, so it's just great to see. It's just great to have that.
How about you? You've been coming back from an injury. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Coming into camp, unlike last year, I was limited in camp. This year in camp, I'm full go. So I'm feeling really good. Just trying to work on my fundamentals, work on my techniques, just get the mental stuff down. It's just fun being out here. Like working with the guys every day. Like, didn't get that in spring ball. Last year, as I said, like I was only doing indie, so like you don't really get the full effect. But being out here with the guys on the team, like working on the sideline during the team period, just having fun, talking a little crap to the defense and stuff, like it's a good time.
What was it? It was a leg injury?
Yeah, it was a left knee injury. So yeah.
Where do you think you are in terms of returning to your previous starting form?
I mean, like strength-wise, I'm 100% like I'm clear like that. Obviously, I got to work on technique, right? It's been a while not having spring ball, but I really appreciate the guys like John, Duke, Neo, those guys, and Coach Drev, really for letting me get reps, letting me, give me the opportunity to come out here and play with them. And it's a work in progress all the way through camp until day one of season. So we're just going to keep doing that.
In spring, you seem to be working a little bit as a coach. You kind of had that little bit of a feeling. How did that help you just while you're not able to play?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps me in terms of like just the mental aspect, just being able to see the field. I was over there signaling for Drev. So, Drev coming in, he was with us the year before, but just coming in really taking over the offensive line. He had more pressing stuff to take care of. So I was able to help with that, and I mean, it really helps understanding the full offense. Like, even, I know it sounds kind of dumb, but just signaling when a motion is and like what that play means helps for me as a center when I'm actually in. So I'm not a fan of coaching. I don't want to do it again. I want to stay on the field, but yeah, it's been helpful mentally.
What have you thought about the new guys coming in, Raekwon and some of the movements at the tackle positions?
Yeah, I think especially with these new guys, there's a lot of maturity coming in the room, so that helps in the meeting room than out on the field. I just think as a whole unit, when we have meetings and stuff, like we're a pretty old unit now. A couple of years ago, it wasn't that way. We were all really still kind of younger guys, but now we kind of have a maturity, a sense about ourselves. So we take in information really well. I really like what Raekwon's doing. He definitely has like an attitude that he's brought to the room, so I really appreciate that. And then a couple of the younger guys too, like Sam Yoon coming in as a freshman, like he's picked up on stuff really fast. He's really mature and stuff. He takes all his notes, and I couldn't be happy with where we're going. Still have a long way to go, but I think we're on the right track.
How much does it help when you're coming and playing center and now you're lining up with Duke and John, who had to play center because you were out? How much does it help to be alongside those guys who have that center experience too, kind of calling things out?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the great things about like our O-line and our maturity right now is that everybody's played multiple positions. Everybody knows the offense pretty well. So, it becomes more of a collaboration at that point than just like, coach dictating or telling us like what to do. It's more like a player-led sort of thing where we can collaborate with coach. Like, I think we should work this technique. Like that's what I'm more comfortable with. Like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's try it. You know, and that works when you have older guys and guys that can communicate and work that in the practice.
Are you primarily or getting most reps at center at this point? Or are you doing any guard work?
No, I'm playing primarily center right now.
Okay.
Yep.